Hello everyone, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Have you ever wondered how a simple banana plant, often discarded after harvest, can be transformed into an eco-friendly sanitary product used by millions? In this video, we'll take you deep inside a modern factory to explore the full journey from banana stem to biodegradable sanitary pad. And by the end, I'll also share useful insights about how this product fits into everyday life and why it matters for both your health and the environment. And before we continue, let me know in the comments, which country are you watching from and what time is it there right now? Inside a modern industrial facility, a quiet revolution is taking place, one that transforms agricultural waste into something both practical and sustainable. This factory is not just producing sanitary products, it is redefining how raw materials are sourced and used. Banana stems, once discarded after harvest, now arrive here in massive quantities, ready to begin a new journey. Advanced automation systems guide every stage of production with remarkable precision. Conveyor belts move continuously, machines operate in perfect synchronization, and every process is carefully monitored. What I personally find fascinating about this stage is how seamlessly natural materials are integrated into a highly controlled industrial environment. Here, innovation meets responsibility. Every decision, from machinery design to workflow efficiency, is aimed at reducing waste while maximizing performance. And as the raw banana stems enter the system, the transformation is only just beginning. The journey begins far from the factory floor, in banana plantations where the harvesting process leaves behind large volumes of unused plant material. Traditionally, these banana stems would be discarded or left to decompose naturally. But in this innovative supply chain, they are recognized as a valuable resource. Farmers carefully cut and collect the stems shortly after the fruit harvest, ensuring that the fibers remain fresh and suitable for processing. Each batch is inspected, sorted, and prepared for transportation. Timing is critical here. Delays can affect fiber quality and ultimately the performance of the final product. What stands out to me is the efficiency of this system. A material once considered waste is now reintroduced into the economy, reducing environmental impact while creating new value. This stage highlights a powerful idea. Sustainability often begins with rethinking what we throw away. And as these raw banana stems make their way to the factory, they are about to undergo their very first transformation. Before any transformation can truly begin, the raw banana stems must undergo a critical stage, cleaning and preparation. Fresh from the fields, these stems carry dirt, moisture, and natural residues that must be carefully removed. Inside the factory, high-pressure washing systems and mechanical brushes work together to strip away impurities without damaging the delicate fiber structure within. As the outer layers are removed and the stems are cut into smaller sections, something remarkable starts to emerge. The inner fibrous network, previously hidden, becomes visible, revealing the material that will eventually form the core of the product. In my opinion, this stage plays a vital role in determining the purity and performance of the final material. Even the smallest remaining impurity can affect the quality of the fibers. But what happens in the next stage is where the real transformation begins. At this stage, the process shifts from preparation to transformation. The cleaned banana stems are fed into powerful industrial grinders, where they are broken down into a fibrous pulp. What emerges from this process is not waste, but potential. Through a series of mechanical separation systems, the valuable cellulose fibers are carefully isolated from the remaining plant material. These fibers are the true foundation of the final product, responsible for its absorbency and softness. The machines must operate with precision, ensuring that the fibers are not damaged during extraction. What I personally find fascinating is how something so coarse and organic can be refined into a material that feels almost textile-like. This transformation is both mechanical and delicate at the same time, and while the fibers are now visible, they are not yet ready, because in the next stage, something unexpected is about to happen. Before these fibers can become part of a hygienic product, they must undergo an intensive treatment process. Sterilization is the first priority. High-pressure steam, ultraviolet light, and natural antibacterial solutions are used to eliminate microorganisms and ensure safety. This stage is not just about cleanliness, it's about trust. Every fiber must meet strict hygiene standards before moving forward. At the same time, the fibers are softened and dried to achieve the ideal texture for manufacturing. In my opinion, this is one of the most critical stages in the entire process. A failure here would compromise the entire product. But what makes it truly remarkable is how natural materials are treated without losing their original properties. But what happens next may surprise you, because this is the moment where these fibers begin to take on a completely new form. Now the transformation becomes visible. The treated banana fibers are carefully measured and fed into forming machines, where they begin to take shape as absorbent cores. Layer by layer, the fibers are distributed evenly and compressed under controlled pressure. This is where engineering precision meets material science. The density, thickness, and structure of the core must be perfectly balanced to achieve optimal absorbency. Too dense, and the liquid cannot flow. Too loose, and it cannot retain moisture effectively. What I find particularly interesting is how this stage defines the performance of the final product. The core you see here will determine how well the product performs in real-world conditions. And as these cores move forward, they are about to be combined with multiple layers that will complete the product.
circulation seems stable now.
With the absorbent core prepared, the next stage brings everything together. Multiple layers are added, each serving a specific purpose. A soft top layer ensures comfort, while a protective back layer prevents leakage. These components are assembled at high speed, using automated systems that align, press, and seal each layer into a single structure. Precision is critical here. Even the slightest misalignment can affect performance and reliability. What fascinates me most about this stage is how seamlessly these layers come together to form a product that appears simple but is actually highly engineered. This is the moment where the product becomes complete in form, but its performance still needs to be proven. And in the next stage, it will face a series of rigorous tests. Before the product can move any further, it must pass through one of the most demanding stages of the entire process: quality control. This is where performance is no longer assumed, but proven. Inside specialized testing areas, each sanitary pad is subjected to a series of controlled simulations. Measured amounts of liquid are applied to evaluate absorption speed, retention capacity, and surface dryness. These tests are designed to replicate real-world conditions as closely as possible. At the same time, structural integrity is carefully examined. The layers must remain stable under pressure, and the protective backing must prevent any leakage. Even microscopic analysis is used to ensure that the internal fiber structure meets strict standards. What I find particularly fascinating about this stage is the level of precision involved. Every detail is measured, analyzed, and verified. There is no room for inconsistency because reliability is everything. But what happens next may completely change how you see this product, because once it passes every test, it is finally ready to enter the final stage inside the factory. Once the product has passed all quality checks, it moves into the final stage inside the factory: packaging. At first glance, this may seem like a simple step, but in reality, it plays a critical role in preserving hygiene and product integrity. Each sanitary pad is carefully folded and wrapped using biodegradable materials, aligning with the product's eco-friendly philosophy. Automated machines handle this process with remarkable speed and precision, ensuring that every unit is sealed in a clean and controlled environment. What I find particularly interesting is how packaging is not just about protection, but also about communication. The materials, the labeling, and even the structure of the packaging all reflect the product's purpose and values. And as the finished products are grouped, boxed, and prepared for shipment, they are now ready to leave the factory and begin their journey into the real world. With packaging complete, the focus shifts to logistics, an essential but often overlooked part of the process. Inside the warehouse, products are carefully organized, tracked, and prepared for distribution. Every box is scanned, recorded, and assigned to a specific destination. Transportation must be efficient and well coordinated, from factory warehouses to regional distribution centers, and finally to retail stores. Each step is designed to ensure that the product reaches consumers in perfect condition. In my opinion, this stage highlights the complexity behind something we often take for granted. A simple product on a store shelf represents a carefully managed network of movement and coordination. And as these products arrive at stores and are placed on shelves, they are finally ready to meet the people they were made for.
Okay, easy now. Pull it straight out. Watch the ramp. Got it. Where do you want it? Over here by aisle 5? How's the inventory looking?
Good, we're fully stocked on these now.
Once on the shelf, the product enters a completely different environment, the everyday lives of consumers. Here, decisions are made in seconds. People compare, evaluate, and choose based on trust, comfort, and increasingly, sustainability. The banana fiber sanitary pad stands out not only for its function, but for the story behind it. A product that begins as agricultural waste now becomes part of a conscious lifestyle choice. What I personally find compelling is how manufacturing decisions made inside a factory can influence real-world habits. From packaging to materials, every detail contributes to the user experience. And as more people become aware of environmentally friendly alternatives, products like this are not just used. They represent a shift in how we think about consumption.
The blue testing liquid immediately begins to spread and absorb deep into the fibers, leaving the surface dry.
As the journey comes to an end, the focus shifts from production to the people who use the product every day. While the technology behind manufacturing is impressive, the true value of this product lies in how it fits into daily life, safely, conveniently, and responsibly. Choosing the right sanitary product is not only about comfort, but also about awareness. Consumers are encouraged to store products in clean, dry environments to maintain hygiene and product integrity. Paying attention to packaging details, such as manufacturing dates, material composition, and certifications, can also help ensure safe and informed usage. Equally important is responsible disposal. Even with biodegradable materials, proper disposal in designated waste systems helps minimize environmental impact and support sustainable waste management practices. Small actions at the individual level can collectively create meaningful change. What I personally find most inspiring is how a simple shift in material from synthetic to natural can influence both personal well-being and the health of our planet. And in the end, this product is more than just something we use. It represents a thoughtful connection between nature, technology, and everyday life. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of this video. If you found this journey interesting, please comment 1 below. If you think it could be better, feel free to comment 0 or share your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you. And also tell me, what production process would you like to see in the next video? Your support truly motivates me to keep creating more content like this. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends.